Hey everybody, I'm going to invite you to our next bracket challenge is the Disney Studios Bracket Challenge. It's open to all GPS and Ignite Youth. I'm going to go over the rules real quick. It's open to all GPS and Ignite Youth. You have to be part of the Wait GroupMe. We're all in this together. If you're not part of it yet, just let me know or anybody else that's in the group and they can add you to it. Voting on this is going to begin 9 o'clock each morning. We're going to start Saturday morning, and every morning we'll have a new poll up with the different matches for that day. If you want to predict the outcome, you can print out the brackets and fill them out, or you can just write them down. I put the brackets on the Wait GroupMe already. You can print that out, fill out the brackets, send it back to me, or you can just write them down on a piece of paper, text me, or put them on GroupMe, either one. They have to be submitted to me by tomorrow night so we can start this Saturday morning. Now there are several movies that we have that qualify in multiple divisions. Like 101 Dalmatians was a cartoon originally, and then they did a live action. Aladdin is a recent one, is live action. It was a cartoon at one time. There's been some like The Parent Trap that was a live action back in the 60s, and they redid it in the 90s or 2000s. So whatever you want to vote on, you can vote on it. If you don't know the cartoon Aladdin, it's the same as a live action, but I put it in the cartoon bracket. So just do your best. Keep them in the divisions they're in. The winner, of course, is going to get a big prize bag like we did at the end of the snack bracket. And all the other players, if you participate in the predictions or you're just a voter, either one, anybody that participates in this is going to get a some kind of goodie bag at the end of this whole thing. So I'm gonna break down the first round for everybody and let you know what's up. Here is the bracket, by the way. Our bracket is split up into 4 different divisions. We have the Disney Classics, which is your Pinocchios and Cinderella, Snow Whites, all those. And they're going to be going against Pixar when we get to the Final Four. That's your Toy Story, Bugs Life, Frozen, those kind of movies. Then we have Disney Renaissance, which is they're cartoon movies, but they're your Lion Kings, your Pocahontas, Aladdin, those kinds of things, Beauty and the Beast. And then you have Disney Live Action, which has your Mary Poppins, Parent Trap, I talked about that, and of course, Star Wars. All right, so first I'm going to go down the first round matchups from the Disney Classics bracket. The first one we have Pinocchio against the Aristocats. My pick is going to be Pinocchio, by the way. In the second one we have Dumbo against Alice in Wonderland. Many of you may not have even seen some of these. But this is a Dumbo cartoon against also one. Both of these were a live action picture at one time. Peter Pan against Lady and the Tramp. Sleeping Beauty against Bambi. Aww. The Jungle Book against Robin Hood. Cinderella against The Fox and the Hound. Fantasia against the aforementioned 101 Dalmatians. And then Snow White and the Sword and the Stone. So you're going to predict all of those winners, and then whoever you predict as winners will be competing against each other. That's how it's all on the bracket, how it breaks down. All right, in the Pixar division, first round matchups are as follows. We have Toy Story against Coco. Now, several of these movies have sequels to them. You don't have to pick any of the Toy Story. It's the Toy Story franchise. So think of all of them together against Coco. It's not just the first Toy Story. And the same way with all the other ones. Cars against Moana. Cars, all the different Cars movies against Moana. Inside Out against Tangled. Monsters, Inc., one of my personal favorites, against Ratatouille. The Incredibles, another one of my favorites, against A Bug's Life. We just watched that a couple weeks ago. Frozen against Wreck-It Ralph. It's going to be a no-brainer. Up against the Love It or Leave It Wally. There are people that you either love it or you hate it. There's not a lot of in between. There were a couple of things that I looked at to make up our rankings had Wally in the top. It's not one of my favorites. And then Finding Nemo against Meet the Robinsons. Again, you're going to pick all the winners and put those against each other in the next round. Now we have Disney Renaissance. And here are your first round matchups in the Disney Renaissance bracket. The Lion King. Many people's favorite overall. The Lion King against the Rescuers. Tarzan against the Hunchback of Notre Dame. Mulan against the Princess and the Frog. Often forgotten Princess and the Frog. Hercules against Treasure Planet. Never heard of Treasure Planet. But there you go. Hercules against Treasure Planet. Pocahontas against Lilo and Stitch. And The Little Mermaid against Atlantis, The Lost Empire. And that is your... Oh, then you have Aladdin against The Emperor's New Groove. Beauty and the Beast against Brother Bear. Now, we only have Beauty and the Beast cartoon, just like all these I said. So we're keeping that in the Disney Renaissance bracket. And then finally, we have the live action bracket. Live action are movies with actual people in them. We have the entire Star Wars franchise in the first round against Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. Enchanted against The Princess Diaries. Mary Poppins, old or new. Mary Poppins Returns was just out a couple years ago. Either one of those against The Mighty Ducks. Chronicles of Narnia against Air Bud. Parent Trap, again, this is either one. Remember the Titans. If you've not seen this movie, you gotta see it. It's a football movie. It's a very awesome story. Watch that with Denzel Washington. I didn't realize this was a Disney movie, The Santa Claus. So the whole Santa Claus franchise, the Tim Allen movies, against National Treasure. Hocus Pocus, I'm really not a fan, against Miracle, another awesome movie about the 1980 United States men's Olympic hockey team. They were a bunch of college hockey players, and they beat the world famous powerhouse Russian hockey team. It's a great, great movie. And then the Pirates of the Caribbean hold their whole franchise against Holes. So fill out your brackets, vote. We're gonna have good times, lots of fun. Yeah, get them filled out. If you're not part of the weight bracket and you want to be, let me know and we'll get you in there. Voting will start Saturday morning. Get them in.